So carrying on from last episode where we expanded the side of the shop, as you can see, we've got like a little shop area and then we've got our main game area. I am going to try and experiment with, I saw something on Reddit where you have to have sort of products in here to sort of lure the customers in. Even if they're really expensive like this, I've made it really expensive, hoping that the players will come in, go like that ridiculous, and they'll come and sit down and play anyway, but I'm not quite sure, so we'll see. But since last time we played, there's been an update, and as you can see in the deco section, which has been added, you can purchase different wall and floors, ceilings, posters, the lot, and you can literally put these statues outside. If we go to see and decorate, you can change the floors, but you've got to purchase them, which is quite interesting. But I think we'll do what we were doing before. That is a new, so we'll just give him $1 for that, or not. Continue before where we earn a little bit more money and then try and get our expansions, because obviously we need to expand this little bit of store because it's not big enough at the minute. So yeah, just get more people playing and more items in the store for now. Having a bit of a weird glitch where there was loads of like speech popping up beyond this wall, like saying customers saying that they couldn't get in the shop. Bit strange. I've reloaded my game and it seems to have fixed it, but we are level 26 now. And we've saved a lot of money. We've got a few bills to pay, so we'll get rid of that. But what I wanted to do is buy this license. So we'll purchase these. This is one that we've been waiting for, to purchase these boxes. So we'll put these on this shelf down here. Chuck this in the bin and we'll price that up. Let's see, we'll go. We've been going 10% and that normally works. We're still trying to get this expanded, and we can do by one more if we do this. I'm going to move these shelves back in a second. Boy, it seems like we're getting customers playing a lot, which is perfectly fine. We're still making a lot of money off games. They can have that. Said new card, why not? It's only $25. Yeah, we seem to be making a lot of money off games. So once the day ends, I'll show you how much we are making off games compared to the items. It's kind of weird, really, because I'm spending a lot of time restocking and stuff where the games are literally just sat there doing nothing, really. I can just... It's not AFK, well, pretty much AFK, and my games are going to make basically the same amount my items are. I think we're close to unlocking the next, so we have got the next game format. So it costs 500 a day, but it's a lot more per hour, 7 more per hour. We'll select that. What's the next one? So 5,000, so that's going to take a while. We'll confirm that, and then see if we make any more money. So yeah, we're going to save a bit more. Hopefully, well, $20 we can go for that one. Yep. Move these shelves back and then we'll have a little bit more space. So the last few customers are leaving. I didn't want to actually buy anything for the day because I didn't want to ruin the profitability. I'm going to just offer something stupid on that. I don't really want to buy it. I'm going to let these last few customers go, and then I'll end it the day and show you how much we make off the games, because it's actually quite a lot. These might take a little while, but we'll wait for these to go, and then I'll end the day there. Let's see how much we've made. So that's it. All customers have left, and if we check this, we made $2,000 off the game and $1,900 off the items. So we're now making more off the games than the items, which is actually kind of crazy. That's why I'm trying to focus on that, really, because you don't have to restock it. Like, you literally just let them sit down and that's it. You don't really have to focus on it too much. What I'll do is I'll quickly buy some more of cleaner so we can just fill these up. Did I actually purchase that? I don't think so. No. So that boxes are selling well. I didn't realize as well, you can actually get your staff member to specifically price things up so you don't have to, because obviously the prices change. If you check this, there is a trend of prices changing. So you can just get your staff member to price it, and you can set plus 10%, plus 20%, whatever you want, really. If we click on him now, it literally can see here, click market price, up or down, round up, etc. Obviously, we're just going to get him to restock the shelves. Don't want him to fill in any up with no label. Yeah, we're still going to work towards expanding this shop here and getting more items. I think what we'll do is we have actually unlocked another staff member. What I'm thinking of doing is... Oh, we've unlocked 2 now, as you can see. I'm thinking... it's interesting. If we go check out speed, I'm gonna hire him. I don't know really what we do when we've got... I'd rather fire the first guy because he's really slow. I'm not really quite sure. That's crazy. We don't have that, unfortunately. Where our new guy, and obviously he hasn't started yet, unfortunately. What we're going to do is, once he starts, we're going to get him, because he's normal checkout speed, slow restock speed. I'll get him to set prices, and then we'll get this guy to carry on restocking for now. I don't really see the point of having two restockers if we've only got this much stock. When we expand, maybe we'll get faster restocker, but I'm pretty happy with where we are at the minute. We're still making a load of money. Just waiting on the XP to start rolling, to be honest, and then we can start properly upgrading. What does this guy want? Let's just try it 50. To be honest, I'm not even selling the cards that I buy. If we look at our collection, I've got a few cards. That's 2,400, 1,900. We've got 3 cards that are worth quite a lot of money that I could sell at any point, but I don't really need the money like that right now. And we don't really have the space for a card table. So like I said, more room is what we are aiming towards. I think having the guy going around changing the prices to match the market is definitely helping, because we seem to be out of stock a lot more now, whereas before we weren't really out of stock that much. I think that's definitely helping the stock sale. But I've just been checking how much we make from games, and we're making even more now. We're making $2,800 a day just from the games. And this is the glitch I was on about earlier. Like, they're just saying that they can't get in, as you can see. So I'm not sure if that's a new glitch. I didn't really see it before, so I'm guessing it is. That's quite a cool card, so we're getting $5 for that. Again, we're just collecting them, so, you know, $5 is nothing really. So we'll just buy that off him. But this guy's really slow, so I'm thinking of getting the next restocker, which I'm going to do now, to be honest. Here he is. It's a hired 4 workers achievement. So, because these guys are 2 restockers, 1 setting the price, and then him on the counter, because we've only got 1 counter. I think that works quite well. We're just going to end the day here. Just check. So as you can see, game earnings a little bit lower, 2,500, but it's still more than the item earnings, which is pretty crazy. But we'll start 101, and when our new staff member starts, we'll set him for the restocking, which should help a little bit. So I've just spent 90% of my money expanding this place again, which means you can probably get 2 more tables in each end, which is great. We'll do that once we can afford it. Obviously, we can't afford it right now. But like I said, more money we get from tables, the better, because it is basically a self-sufficient thing. We don't really have to do any maintenance or anything like that. So it's probably our best money maker at the minute, which, you know, we can't really complain about. So we've managed to get 6 more tables in. So what I'll do, I'll let the days run a little bit, just so it settles down, and then we'll see how much more we make from the games. I believe we're making about 2,500 to 2,800 per day, so we'll let it wait a couple of days and we'll see how much money we now make. Hopefully it's a little bit more, because obviously the more you expand, the more the rent goes up, so we've got to sort of cover that cost. So we'll try and do that. Unfortunately, the games don't seem to be earning much more. I did read that you have to try and sort of lure the customers in, sort of. I read that someone said if you have like an open shelf, that helps, or if you have items on the shelf that are just overpriced to just get customers in, that helps. So I've removed one of the tables and put the shelf back in. Probably doesn't have any items on the shelf, but we're going to try and restock those. Yeah, it seems to literally be earning the exact same amount, even though we've got 5 extra tables in there, which is slightly annoying. But we'll see if we can work around that. Like I said, I'm going to try and look online a bit more, see what people say. Just going to restock this for now. Yeah, it'd be good if we can try and get most of the tables full all the time. Obviously, that makes us the most money. But we'll keep restocking and keep doing the same thing, really, until we get a few more levels and we can expand a bit more then. So, what I tried to do was, if you can see here, for some reason, we've got $9,900 of card earnings. Now, what I tried to do was put my most expensive cards on display over here. If we get our album out, now the most expensive card we've got is $154. I took my 5 most expensive cards and literally added 100% markup on all of them, just to try and get customers in here to have a look, and then hopefully start playing just from like a little thing I seen on Reddit. Like I said, I was mentioning, apparently if you get customers just in here, they'll end up sitting down and playing anyway. Yeah, they all sold, which was really weird. So I'm going to do it again, but with some cheaper cards. I'm not quite sure why that happened. She's not for 6, so we're going to have to put one then back. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'll put this one back. And I'll literally, so it's $114. We'll put this 1,000. We'll do 1,000 for all of these. And see what happens. I didn't want them to sell, to be honest, because I quite like the look of them. Put them up and they, well, I clicked enter to just see how much we made. And obviously they all sold, which was very weird, but unfortunate and fortunate in a way. So these are all $1,000 and worth nowhere near that, worth about $100. And we'll see if they sell or bring more customers in. So interestingly enough, it is getting customers in, but they're just literally looking at them and going, no, too expensive, walking away. So they're not playing, but they've all sold. So I genuinely don't know what's going on. I guess I'll do it again. But it's just a bit strange. Like I said, there are like hundreds of customers coming in going, no, way too expensive. I'm not doing that. But then there's the odd, 2 that come in and go, yeah, you know what, I'll buy that for some reason. Not sure what they're thinking, but I mean, I'm not going to complain. It's money at the end of the day. I'm just going to use duplicates because I don't want to sell cards I've already got. Again, I'm hoping they don't sell at the end of the day. Not really that bothered, but these cards are literally worth like $5, and I'm setting them for $1,000. So they shouldn't sell again, like I said, but they are for some reason. So it's kind of strange. Check if we've got any expansions. No, that's level 33. What about this? No, level 35 is required, so that's fine. So I guess, unless we've got another license we can buy, we just keep going for now. These are interesting. We could buy some of these battle decks. People to sell. These I've just noticed, actually, that I didn't see before. So let's buy these. I mean, we don't really have the space for them. Let me have a look. Put them there. What I'm thinking of doing is I might put this there like that. And then put another shelf there, which I think I'm going to do. Because we've got a shelf around here somewhere. Yeah. So I'll place this here. That'll do. Put them new cards on here. And then hopefully these will be good sellers as well. So they've disappeared again. I don't know if they were sold. I'm not quite sure because I weren't really paying attention, to be honest. Spend some of these and we'll get one of these. We've also bought some other products. If we have a look, we have got... Oh, we put 2 shelves for these, 2 shelves for these now, and we added 2 extra shelves, and we've got these card sleeves, all of them from the market. As you can see, bought these 4. I am going to get the rest of the mats eventually, but there's that many of them, and they cost that much money. I probably won't go for that yet. There are these like books which you can get as well, which are probably not high on our list at the minute, as well as figurines. You can buy figurines, but we haven't got any at the moment. So there's a few more packs we can get. We haven't got any of these like fire battle decks or anything like that yet, which we will do once we've expanded. I want to get this little last block so we can put... I might do like a rub against the wall and then have like a double shelf all the way along so customers can walk through. So we'll have to see there. So we're leveling up quite quickly. It's taking a little while, but I just sort of AFK and let the guys, the customers and the guys run the store. So they're saying it's crazy, but they're buying them eventually. So I'm not quite sure what's going on there. I'm not quite sure what's going on because it did say card earnings $10 and they have sold. So I'm not quite sure what is happening with them. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my page 1 because I have bought a couple of cards. I'm going to just experiment again and just shove this one on there and put quite a big markup on it. So, see if that sells. Worth around 700. I'm trying to sell it for 2,300 and see if it does sell. Yeah, the cards seem to be selling for like the normal amount, which I don't know if that's a glitch, but I'll try and keep an eye on it for now. I'm not quite sure what's going on with the card selling situation because I'm going to box this up now and just put it back because that card ended up selling for $740 instead of, whatever we say to 2,000 plus. I'm not sure why. I'm just going to buy the 2 extra tables and put them there. I'm not really sure what's going on with them. I mean, the first time it did actually sell them for the price I set it to, but I don't really want to risk selling cards now, considering they're not selling at the price I'm setting them to. I'd rather them just not sell. Like I said, I only put them there so customers would come in and have a look anyway. So that's what I'll do for now. I'm still waiting to get to level 35 because that's the next expansion level. So we should be getting there eventually. So we're now level 35. As you can see, we've got $7,000. That's a cool looking card. He's asking a stupid price. But you know what? Just because I like the design, he doesn't want to sell it. Anyway, so if we can upgrade shop block B, we can go that one, which should open that. Yep. And then we can go with A as well. And oh wait, there we go. So if we go in here, that's unlocked 2 more desk spaces, which we will quickly purchase. So I'm going to try and get the back-to-back shelves for the main bit of the store, just so the customers can walk in and we've got a bit more space. Fit this one first. We'll fit the other one. I'd also like to get the next aircon unit because it's getting pretty annoying to fill these up 24/7. We come back in here. This guy wants to sell something. That's interesting, but we don't have what he wants. So these are the shelves that we can put there. So I was thinking of buying these double-sided shelves. But then there are these wide shelves, which I'm not quite sure. So put them on a shelf, sell them to customers. 12 types of each item. Each compartment has a volume of 64. And now we've got $4,000. We'll buy one of those. We're our way down here. Purchase and purchase. It's going to be absolutely huge, I'm guessing. That's not actually that bad. I thought it'd be a lot worse than that. So I've redesigned a little bit again. Starting here, I've removed this row of tables and I've added sort of like the not really that important stock, just like card sleeves, dice, stuff like that, card holders. It doesn't really seem to affect the amount we're generating from the games. I think it's sort of, you know, you get to a point where you start seeing not really any returns. There's not really much point in putting more tables, and if they're not being filled up to the max, I'll just leave it as it is for now. I've bought the next license, so I'll show you. Nothing left in there. Bought this license. As you can see, we can't actually get the next one yet. We need to level 40. So we caught up on that front. Rearrange this store, just put normal shelves at the back, and then we're going to have these shelves in the middle. These cards aren't popular at all. They barely get bought. I say that, this one's been fully bought, but they normally don't get bought. I think these shelves are probably the best for the middle row like this, but obviously these standing ones are probably the best ones for the ones that go up the wall. Change the checkout around again. But another thing is, we can now do the last game. So it costs 700 a day, but we're getting 45 an hour. So I'm going to select that and confirm it. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to let the game run a few days, and we'll just see how much we make now, based off the game. And then I'll probably end the episode there, because it's been quite a long one for me. I'm now on day 144. So I'll let the few days run now and see how much we make. We're now at the end of the day. We've had a couple of days. See what this guy wants. We'll offer him 350 for that. He accepted it. Great. Still seeing this glitch over here where it's saying people don't know how to get in. So maybe once we fully upgrade it, those people are going to magically appear. Maybe. I'm not quite sure. We'll end the day and see how much we've made. So the game's 3,800. Items 4,100, which isn't too bad. Obviously, we have to pay a lot of the rent and employees. So that's not why we haven't made any profit. Let's just check the reviews. Probably not going to be great. Well, actually are. Because a lot of this stuff is actually out of stock at the moment, which I haven't really been keeping my eye on. But I think I'm going to end the episode there. Let me know what you thought of this episode and what you want me to focus on next. Obviously, further expansion would be ideal. There's quite a few left. 115. But we're on day 146 now, which is quite far. We're only level 38. But I'm pretty comfortable where we are at the moment. We've still got a lot of space in here. If we put... We've got, you know, we could put a few more of those shelves there, and they're double-sided, so they hold plenty of stock. But yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.